50 Cent and Eminem have now joined forces against Diddy. 50 Cent recently revealed something the music industry has quietly known for decades. Eminem was never afraid of Diddy. Back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when Eminem was just starting his career, Diddy practically ruled the industry. Bad Boy Records was dominating the charts, and Diddy had powerful connections everywhere, from music executives and movie studios to politicians and even presidents.
Yeah, there you go.
Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Yes, we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
a t-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like.
While most rappers played politics, avoided calling out names, and stayed silent, Eminem kept his distance from Diddy from the very beginning. He officially signed with Dr. Dre's Aftermath Records in 1998, but even before that, in 1996, Eminem was already making noise as an underground rapper. On one of his demo tapes, he rapped, "Original bad boy on the case, cover your face, came into place, blowed, and sprayed Puffy with mace." This was the first time Eminem publicly took a shot at Diddy, and what makes it more shocking is when it happened. Eminem wasn't famous yet. He had no protection, no label, and no industry backing. But even then, he wasn't afraid to name names. While most artists were desperate to sign with Bad Boy Records, Eminem was busy dissing the most powerful executive in the music world.
Video shoot. And man, I just couldn't believe it. I didn't understand. Like, so we in the video, all you heard was, "Suge is coming!" yo, bro, Suge is coming! So I'm like, yo, I swear to God, cameras are falling, dancers are running, lights. Everybody's running, Suge is coming! So we couldn't believe it. Like, I'm from New York, I never seen no shit like that. So it's like, fight these Mexican blood killer. He's got the shit on their forehead, eyes, on 18th. Or go back home to the crib. Might as well go all out, fight right here. We around Dr. Dre, so it's like, yo, we gotta do what we gotta do.
So what happened? He lights the cigar, and then
he just lights the cigar, and it's the how Suge. He light the cigar, and he trying to see what you gonna do. Yeah. So Eminem, 50, everybody outside, light the cigar. I was bugging because I seen this is when I knew Eminem was real. He's like, I don't give a man. This is when I knew. I'm like, damn, Eminem is a real. He thinks 50 outside. What's up? And then Suge just walked away. The Mexican looked kind of confused, like they didn't know what's going on. But came outside. Eminem came outside 100%.
Wow.
Oh, what did I miss?
Okay.
And Eminem was like, yo, I don't give a man. Give a man. Because you remember, it's documented. Proof told Suge, yo, you Tupac in the middle of a party. Remember, them Detroit is kind of crazy.
And it wasn't just Diddy that Eminem avoided. Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, was another powerful and dangerous figure in the industry. Suge was just as feared as Diddy. He was frequently in and out of prison and was even linked to a murder case. Death Row Records was built on intimidation, violence, and silence. Allegedly, Suge would physically assault artists who refused to follow his orders. Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre, some of the biggest names in hip-hop, were all under his label, and crossing Suge was considered career suicide. But Eminem wasn't interested. While everyone else feared Suge, Eminem stood his ground every time he was threatened. This became obvious when Suge showed up on the set of 50 Cent's Into Club video with known gang members. While everyone panicked, Eminem did the opposite. He walked straight outside to confront him.
Now, there's a lot of beefs. You got a lot of beefs. A lot of the rappers are separated. You can't have 50. Ain't nowhere near Ja Rule. You know, you can't have Jay-Z near Nas. Nobody got no beef with Eminem. Ain't no rapper popping nothing about Eminem. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing bad about Eminem, cause way too much stuff rhymes with rock, right? But Eminem don't even like his own mama. So Lord knows what he'll say about.
Suge never expected Eminem to stand up to him. He assumed Eminem would fall in line like everyone else. But Eminem feared neither Suge nor Diddy. He knew he didn't need favors from anyone and that his talent alone could take him anywhere. He was a better rapper than either of them, and even they knew it. Over the years, Suge himself admitted that Eminem was different from anyone he had ever dealt with. Eminem even wrote a diss track accusing both Suge and Diddy of creating the violent environment that led to the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. From a 1994 Quad Studios shooting to the East Coast, West Coast feud, Eminem suggested that both Suge and Diddy played major roles behind the scenes, something Tupac and Biggie themselves suspected. Eminem even included a verse about this in his leaked Smack You diss track. Eminem wasn't afraid of anyone. If Suge Knight, the boogeyman of hip-hop, couldn't scare him, then Diddy never stood a chance. Even Diddy had to respect his talent, and ended up handing Eminem a Grammy in 2003 for the Eminem Show.
Laughing matter, you know. I mean, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, Eminem, you know, I'm not a rapper. I'm quite sure you can out-rap me.
Eminem and Diddy never had a direct public beef, but Eminem continued dropping verses that took subtle and not-so-subtle shots at Diddy. His disses were sometimes indirect, but when they landed, they hit hard. On the song Fuel, Eminem referenced the violence and politics of the 90s rap scene and hinted at the role Diddy and others allegedly played in the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. One line says, "R.I.P. Biggie and Pac. Both of y'all should be living, but I ain't trying to beef with him cause he might put a hit on me like Keith D. Get him." Keith D., also known as Dwayne Keith Davis, is a former Southside Compton Crips member who was charged in connection with Tupac Shakur's 1996 murder. He is the man Diddy is allegedly accused of hiring for the hit, a claim first mentioned in a 2015 documentary and now again in 50 Cent's documentary The Reckoning.
Woo! This is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show. Yes, sir.
To understand how dangerous Diddy is believed to be, consider this. Keith D later filed a lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of being responsible for Tupac's murder. Just days after filing the lawsuit, Keith D was attacked and nearly killed in prison.
During the Biggie Smalls investigation in the early 2000s, the filing reads, the three LAPD and FBI agents were part of a task force to solve the shooting of rapper Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls, legal name Christopher Wallace. The task force, through a sophisticated criminal investigation, obtained sufficient evidence that would prove Mr. Davis was the leader of the Southside Crips and his gang was responsible for over 360 kilos of and PCP. Mr. Davis provided 3 interviews to obtain immunity from prosecution. The final interview were solely questions regarding the Tupac Shakur shooting, which Mr. Davis was also provided immunity from prosecution. So during a December 2008 interview with investigators, that is when Davis allegedly started to spill the beans about his one-time friend, Sean Combs, who he refers to as Puffy. He claims Sean Puffy Combs solicited Mr. Davis to Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur for $1 million. Eric Zip Martin, an associate of Puffy Combs, provided Mr. Davis with a gun to exact revenge on Tupac Shakur for the beating Mr. Anderson received. Now, Davis reportedly told the investigators that even though the job had been partially completed and Shakur was killed, neither he nor Anderson ever got paid. He later revealed that he believes Combs had paid the go-between Zip Martin, who he claims kept the money for himself. And he said much of the same thing in a 2009 interview a year later, because according to the motion to dismiss, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, as far back as 2009, was in possession of the same set of facts that the Clark County District Attorney is now alleging makes Mr. Davis responsible for the Tupac Shakur. The Clark County District Attorney's Office has offered no reason as to why it waited another 14 years to prosecute a case against Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis has been irreversibly prejudiced by this unnecessary delay in prosecution of this case, and Mr. Davis's constitutional rights have been violated in an extraordinary manner never before witnessed in the annals of the American criminal justice system.
Around the same time, Tupac Shakur's family reopened their own investigation into his murder. The family hired high-profile attorney Alex Spiro to look into the case. Tupac's brother, Maprem Shakur, also released a statement saying he is suspicious of Diddy and believes there is more to the story than the public has been told.
Update now on Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. He's charged in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was in court again this morning after a fight with another inmate. Fox 5's Mike Allen walks us through what happened.
Dwayne Davis is answering for a jailhouse brawl. Here's what court records show, along with images from surveillance video released by Las Vegas Justice Court. On December 23rd, Davis was being escorted back into his cell when another inmate, Rockland Hamilton, who's also facing a charge, is standing to the right by a sink in this room. Hamilton walked over to Davis and squared up, looking ready to fight. They started throwing punches and grappling, and the officer escorting Davis called for backup, gave verbal commands too for the inmates to stop fighting, and then hit them with pepper spray. Before backup officers arrived, the two inmates kept grappling and throwing punches and were eventually separated after backup officers got into the room. Both Davis and Hamilton face battery by prisoner charges. Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.